What's up, guys? This is Geoff Ulrich with Awesemo.com, bringing you my 3 top favorite plays for the Jock market today. Jock market has turned fantasy sports into a stock exchange. Forget waiting around until the end of the game to make money. Jock market allows you to buy and sell shares of players in real time for real money with guaranteed payouts for all the shares by the end of the night. Daily markets, NBA, MLB, NHL, and PGA. You can make real time every hour, every minute, every second of any match or any game. Now, what you do is you use the pre-game IPO to pick up shares of your favorite players. Then you buy, sell, or hold during your game based on your own analysis. You download the app to get started. You use our exclusive Awesemo promo code, Awesemo, for up to a $50 bonus on your first deposit. Now, this is an exclusive offer, only available to the Awesemo community, so make sure you take advantage of it today. That's Awesemo for a $50 bonus. Now let's get to my picks. Now, first up, we got Jalen Hurts, QB, Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I'm not expecting Hurts to be hugely popular here, and that means you should be able to buy into the IPO for a decent price on Jock Market. Now, Hurts, some of his downsides, that he's a little bit risky with the ball. He turned the ball over 5 times in his last 4 games last year. And some to remember on Jock Market for scoring, it's -3 for interceptions and fumbles. So those turnovers, they do get dinged. But Hurts has some warts like that, but he also rates out great on the Awesemo Boom or Bust tool this week. It's a tool, you can check it out on the site. Very, very useful for looking with players for high upside. Now, Hurts has a 10.3% chance to be the highest scoring quarterback of the week. That's the 5th highest among all quarterbacks. So he does have some bust potential. The upside here on Jock Market, if he does hit that kind of ceiling game, it's going to be big. You're going to be able to cash out big either as the game's going on or perhaps at the end of the game, especially if Philly ends up winning. Now, the matchup here, Philly's playing Atlanta. It's a bad pass defense. They were bottom 10 in terms of sacks allowed. They were brutal rushing against rushing quarterbacks last year as well. They allowed the 3rd most rushing touchdowns to rushing quarterbacks, and they allowed the 7th most rush yards to quarterbacks as well. So this is a very good matchup for Hurts, who loves to use his legs. Averaged over 70 yards per start last year in the last 4 games of the season. Both these teams are very fast-paced as well. There's going to be a lot of opportunities on both sides. Both these teams ranked inside the top 10 in terms of pace of play last year. So what we have, a very fertile fantasy environment for Jalen Hurts, should be taking lots of snaps, and 2 teams who can't defend against the pass. I like Jalen Hurts, targeting him in the Jock Market IPO this week. Now, next up, we got another player. Same game, but from the different team, and that's Calvin Ridley. Now, look, Ridley is definitely going to cost you more. It's probably going to be a more aggressive IPO there on Jock Market, but this is a player who has one of the best boomer bust scores on Awesemo, period, this week. Again, going to that boomer bust tool to give you a little bit of info. 23.9% that he's going to be the highest scoring wide receiver on this slate, according to the tool. So that's something to consider. And again, we have a very, very good environment for Calvin Ridley. A Philly defense who, again, ranked bottom 10 in terms of yards per attempt allowed last year. They haven't really added any talent on the back end. You've got Steve Nelson as their highest graded cornerback last year. He was only 36th on Pro Football Focus. So you've got a really, really good matchup. He also projects to have over 100 yards just in the Awesemo DFS projections this week. So all things considered here, we've got the fast-paced game tempo. We've got Atlanta at home. We really have the Atlanta Falcons team who only added Mike Davis and Wayne Gallman at running back. They were top 10 in terms of pass attempts last year. They're probably going to be top 10 in terms of pass attempts this year. I love Calvin Ridley to have a big game, and I think this Philly-Atlanta game is one you definitely want to target in fantasy this week. My last pick is going to be Laviska Shenault from the Jacksonville Jaguars going up against the Houston Texans. Really, really good matchup for Shenault. And again, I'm not expecting any of the Jaguars to be super popular in the IPOs this week either. So you could potentially snag him for a very good price. But Shenault's got a lot of upside in this matchup. Rates out really well in the Awesemo models as well. Projected to have over 7+ targets. And he had the most targets of any wide receiver on the Jacksonville Jaguars in preseason. So already building that nice relationship with Trevor Lawrence, which you like. And look, the big thing here with the Jags, it's the matchup. The Houston Texans secondary projected to be one of the worst in the league. They were bottom 5 in terms of yards per attempt allowed by opposing quarterbacks last year. They just traded away Bradley Roby, who was their best cornerback as well. This is a matchup where Shenault could just get open all day across the field, take some carries, make some big open field runs, and just end up with a big fantasy day. So I really like him for the Jock Market model, or Jock Market as well. You can get him for cheap. You can potentially watch him in game. If he starts going off, you can maybe make some trades. But Shenault, definitely a bit of an under the radar play, and one I think can pay off for you big this week. Hope you enjoyed those picks, guys. Have a great week 1 of the NFL.